Welcome to Konoha Crush, a clandestine effort to exhaustively research and document events occurring in and around the village hidden in the leaves. I'm Myra.
I'm Gwen. Hey.
Hi, hey, it's another week. We're here.
Oh, we're here.
We're here to talk about Naruto. But before we talk about Naruto, do you have anything that you did in like this last couple of weeks that you want to mention first?
Oh, Christ. Oh, God. 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Something I did.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Oh, God. Something I did in these last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We beat Elden Ring.
Yeah, we beat Elden Ring. It was...
I was pretty done with it by the end there.
Yeah, I was pretty done with it too. God, okay, so like the seamless co-op mod. Amazing. Love it. Love how like most of the time it just works.
Uh-huh.
Boss fights can get fucky.
Yeah, I feel like this especially happened towards the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, but also consider like how many times in the earlier part of the game did we like hit our head against a boss over and over again, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like there could be some fucked shit with like Godric, or we bet that guy like second try, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, I don't like, I'm not gonna like spoil the end of Elden Ring or whatever, right? But like, the last boss there is like just a pain in the ass, in a way that makes it like, so like when we noticed that like a boss's like AI was breaking, we would just throw the fight and try again instead of like win unfairly because we have like fucking morals, right?
Well,
except for the very end there. But like, you know, we would like try to do it with honor, right? Until it was just like too much. But like the problem is just like the final boss in Elden Ring was just like so fucking obnoxious, especially with like the double health from the co-op mod. That like the whole fight is just like running back and forth trying to get a couple hits in.
Yeah.
And it's just not a fun fight.
No, it's no good. It's just too long. This is our like extremely cold Elden Ring takes.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but like it's just not a very fun fight. And then also consider like, God, by the end it felt like every third it was just like fucking broken.
We have to like start over before like.
Yeah, and that takes like all the momentum out of like trying to do a boss fight over and over again. Like trying to like learn a boss fight. Like it's just rough. So we spent 6 hours trying that last guy over and over and over and over again. And by the end, we were just like, okay. The next time it breaks, just fucking murk him. And we did.
And we did, yeah. I don't like. I'm not like a. I didn't really know what's going on with the Elden Ring lore really, so I can't really talk about that level. It was just like I was having fun with it, and then like I kind of had like a little bit less fun with it as we got towards the end. And now I'm not gonna play it again for a while, probably.
Yeah, like maybe if the DLC comes out.
Like maybe.
Like maybe if the DLC comes out.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not that much of like a Dark Souls gamer. Is what I learned about myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe I'm also not all that much of a Dark Souls gamer.
Right. What else? Bocchi the Rock is still fucking good.
Bocchi the Rock is still so fucking good. Still not giving up Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, we fucked up again. I still want to, right? I just keep not doing it. It's like they fucked up so bad by like releasing that show on the day we recorded the podcast because like I'm not doing shit on the day we recorded the podcast.
Yeah, right. Like I'm busy today. I can't
set aside 20 of my minutes. I need to like sit in isolation for the like entire like 12-hour span from when I wake up to when we record. Usually it's actually like less than 12 hours. Usually I wake up later than that, but like ideally,
Yeah, totally.
I'm like imagining the perfect world in my mind, and not this failed one. God, do you have anything to talk? I can talk about here? Should we talk about Naruto?
Let's just talk about Naruto. God damn it!
God damn, sorry about this.
Like, you think we'd have like one thing to say, and
Sometimes it's just like a two. Like sometimes the reason you don't record a podcast is because you're gonna have like 2 weeks where you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Episode 118. The vessel arrives too late. The boys are after the remaining sound guys and are pretty confident now that they have them outnumbered. Tayuya is worried about Sasuke's TF taking too long, and Shikamaru lays out the plan for swiping Sasuke. Orochimaru's arms are looking pretty rough, and Kabuto urges him to take a new vessel before Sasuke arrives. Kabuto has a bunch of prisoners fight to the death, saying the winner will get to go home before going to wake up Kimimaro.
Alright, so the episode starts with like basically just like, yeah, here's a quick reminder of like where everybody's at. The three leaf boys are like hopping through the trees. They're like, oh hell yes, there's two of them left, there's three of us, we outnumber them. Depending on kind of, there's four of us actually, so it's even better.
Yeah.
It's all going great. Everything's perfect. Kiba's like bragging about how he's got his new attack to bust out. Naruto is like no longer bragging about his new attack. Maybe he's like kind of embarrassed about the Rasengan fizzling out in rock jail, right? But you don't want to like break up your Rasengan when like the last time you pulled it out, it just kind of like it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very vulnerable move.
Yeah, it requires a little bit of setup. That's okay.
It's okay. He'll be able to do cool Rasengan later probably, and everybody will know how awesome of an attack it is.
Yeah.
He's gonna do so many fucking Rasengans in front of everybody. We got a lot of anime original Naruto stories where he's just like teaming up with various combinations of guys. Meanwhile, the remaining members of the Sound Four are just not doing that great. They're having a bad time. They're like, shit, we're behind schedule. We got like way farther to go. Two of our dudes are fucking dead, maybe, probably. And like both of like the two guys who are dead are like the guys who are like way better at carrying a barrel than we are. Fucking Kinemaro had extra arms. Jirobo is our strong guy. We're just fucking normal. We have to carry this goddamn barrel all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking Ukon's not even like popping out of like Sakon's back to like make it a little bit easier.
No, I wouldn't. That's so fucking funny. I wouldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I was gonna only come out if I could be like a sicko, and you can't really be a sicko about carrying a barrel. But yeah, I mean, regardless of how confident the boys are, night falls and they all just kind of like take time to be like, okay, shit, we have to like we have to like wait until like morning happens again before we have to wait till it's like morning again before we attack, right? Because we're all actually like really bad at fighting at night. And Kiba's like, hey, fuck you, I can smell good. And like Shimaru's like, I know you can, but my shit works bad, so it like balances out to us being bad at night again.
Yeah.
It is like I like God, like but barring having like a special eye guy, which they like did before Neji, got like shot by arrows a bunch.
Yeah, before Neji died.
Yeah, before Neji totally for real died this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we haven't really seen anything to suggest that like, oh yeah, I guess ninjas have like nighttime combat techniques, but it is still like just like a little bit weird to be like, oh yeah, we can't fight in the dark. That's like ninjas.
Yeah, it's dark. You can't fucking see. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine, right? Like it's fine. Like it's not like a fucking plot hole or whatever. It was just like surprising. Like, oh yeah, I guess there's not like they don't have like night vision shit or anything, right? I guess they just gotta pick it up a little bit more smartly than this.
Also, like I'm positive they've like it's been nighttime in the show before. Like there are definitely segments in the woods during the tuning exams.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like I don't know, it feels like scenes have like taken place in the dark before and it just like hasn't been an issue, but like I don't know,
Yeah. I mean like this is like an anime original scene, right? Like this is like papering over the fact that like at some point like they talk about how it's like getting dark and then like for the rest of the arc it is daytime again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing like directly addressing that in the manga, right? Which is like, again, that's totally fine. Like, who really cares? But I guess you want like a little bit of something to be like, yeah, here's a scene to like address why they just like spent the whole night like hopping behind these guys and didn't do anything. If we are to like, assume a natural progression of time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just doing its best to paper over that. It's doing its best to just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
when you have like the colors of the lighting and stuff, like more clearly like demarcating time. You like it's a little bit harder to like just sweep that under the rug. So like that's why this is here at least, even if it is like a little bit like yeah, people have totally fought a night before. I mean, at the very least, like
That's when fucking Gara killed what's his face.
yeah. Um, Anko and Orochimaru fought at night.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of the like kids were like resting at night, right? Like, but I guess that was also because like Naruto and Sasuke were like unconscious all night, and Sakura wasn't gonna fucking go and do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Who
I mean,
knows?
also the like Orochimaru and like Sasuke thing happened at night too.
It was like getting dark. It wasn't like night, was it? Because like the thing I remember is like right, like it's like sort of day when that happens, and like as soon as the fight is over, it's just like oh the sun is setting like very abruptly and dramatically.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's not that we learn a lot. It's not that important, but
Yeah,
sometimes
it doesn't
sometimes it's just
fucking
the process
matter.
of making the podcast where we talk about something that doesn't fucking matter for a long time for no reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, what does matter? Orochimaru is here.
Okay, I gotta say something about Orochimaru
Uh-huh.
here.
Yes.
So like his arms are gross.
Yeah, they're bad.
And he has like a fucking dingy like underground bunker
Uh-huh.
with like a normal bathroom in it.
Hell yeah. Do you think he's like got like the only normal bathroom in his like underground bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if it's like way shittier ones. I mean, all those guys down in cells.
Yeah, just like a normal,
They're just
like modern looking, just like tiled bathroom.
uh-huh.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, like once he's done like bleeding out of his arms constantly in that shower, like Kabuto's gonna have to like mop it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess some other guy. Kabuto doesn't have to do everything himself. No, Orochimaru's having a bad time. He's like pissed off that Sasuke isn't here. He wants his new fucking body. Kabuto is like, it seems better. Kabuto's like, hey, Orochimaru, like it's fine. You just need a new body. Like if you really want it, I'll give you mine. Which is like again, Kabuto who may have at one point been like, oh shit, where do my loyalties lie or whatever. Like how do I feel about like being fucking basically forced to work under Orochimaru? Like he seems very in it. This is very
Yeah,
much
no, like I will literally die right here, right now, if you want me to.
Yeah, but like also if like Orochimaru isn't that invested in the idea, he will just go have like 50 other people die to like choose the best guy
Yeah.
from like a pit full of men.
Yeah, fuck yeah, fucking Fortnite in there.
It's kind of like Fortnite in there. Can't believe Naruto invented Fortnite.
Naruto did invent Fortnite. You're right. Yeah, so Kabuto goes and makes the guys fight.
Yeah, he like goes over to the man pit and is like, okay, all of you fucking fight to the death, and the one person standing gets to like get out, right? And it seems like kind of weird to me, right? This is that like obviously, having all of these guys kept in like a pit where they're in cells that can be left like let out to like fight each other to death is like a very dehumanizing thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the anime like really like takes it a step farther. The fact that like they're all just kind of like shambling about and moaning.
Yeah, they're all fucking zombos in there.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, like in the manga here, like it's just like a bunch of like shadowy figures step out of the doors and they're like ominously posing into like basement as like Kabuto's giving a speech. And here it's like they're fucking zombos down here.
Yeah, they're all like,
A lot of them have like fucking pupils in their eyes.
Yeah, why are they zombos?
Why are they zombos? Right, like they put some extra detail on here that just like makes it feel like a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Like it is this combination of like, oh, maybe it's like a little more fucked up because like Orochimaru made all of them zombos or whatever.
No, it's a bunch of zombos and also one regular guy.
Yeah, but yeah, it was also like a little bit like it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, like there's like, or like it's like I don't know, it's weird, right? Like yeah, the one regular guy who's gonna like win this whole thing like it further complicates this like a very strange way. I guess like I don't know why he just gets to be like normal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they go hard like making all of these like guys who just die off screen not normal. I don't know what the choices that like lead to you doing this are. But like it doesn't really matter because all of these guys are just gonna like die off screen like in a matter of seconds, right? Like
yeah, like it's literally just like, all right, you guys have a battle royale. I'll be back when you're done.
Yeah, I
Bye.
got some other shit to do.
Yeah. All right. And I mean, that's basically that segment. You want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Kimimaro is hooked up to a hospital bed, and Kabuto tells him about the Sasuke situation and taunts him by wondering aloud if Sasuke is stronger. Kimimaro wants to know how much longer he has to live, and worries he lacks a purpose now. Kabuto tells him about how much suffering Orochimaru is going through, and how even though there's a new vessel, it won't get here in time. Orochimaru goes to congratulate the winner of the little battle royale in the prison. The winner knows what's up, and accepts his fate, only asking that Orochimaru set his clan free. Orochimaru assures him that after he's taken over, there will be some residual will. Not wanting to miss a chance to be manipulated, Kimimaro gets out of bed to go fetch Sasuke. The boys make their move on Sakan and Tayuya. Using all their tricks, they manage to grab Sasuke and make a run for it.
Right, yeah, so we get to meet Kimimaro, you know, he's like mentioned a few times up till now. Here he is. Like, obviously I remembered that Kimimaro was like, yeah, he's a guy who's got like cool bone powers and stuff. He's like sick. He like goes and like fights like Rock Lee, and they have like a character parallels thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I had kind of forgotten like how much of a weirdo he was.
Yeah.
Like, not a complaint. I love how fucking weird this dude is, but like, I kind of forgot like how like extreme and intense he was about like everything. Anyway, it's like very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a lot of fun. Like he like. You know, Kabuto is like walking in here and like doing this extremely fucking like, oh man, it's such a bummer, you know. There's a guy who's like you know, Sasuke got like Kabuto's like wonders, like, oh yeah, it's like such a bummer, you know. Sasuke's on his way, but he's not going to be here in time. Like maybe something's going wrong. Yeah, I mean, you know, he like you're like super cool and like strong replacement is going to be here soon. I wonder who's stronger between the two of you. Just like saying all of like the most flagrant like shit to provoke him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like. The thing is that like Kimimaro like it comes across base like he's not even like mad at the prospect of like there being somebody stronger to replace him. He's just like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like really happy about that actually.
Yeah.
Like that's great. I'm like that gives me like a lot of peace, like knowing that I'm about to die or whatever. You know, he like muses about like having like like you know how like every person in the world has like a purpose that they have to find, and the only freedom that God has given in this world is like finding that purpose. Just like it's just beautiful. He's just like he's just kind of a freak, you know.
Yeah, we love a boy who's just kind of a freak.
Mm-hmm. Also, he's having like bright green pumped into him. He's got like a radioactive ooze IV drip.
Yeah, well, you gotta.
Yeah, right. Like obviously he is in like he's all extremely hospitalized in the manga too, but the bright green really makes it feel like. Whatever Kabuto's putting there, it's not gonna make him better. Like, it's just, this isn't the visual language of medicine, typically speaking.
Yeah, he's just getting the ooze.
Yeah, he's kind of getting, like, ooze-filled.
Kabuto's like, he's gonna fucking die anyway. What's the ooze gonna do?
Yeah, like, hey, maybe these will do something cool. Like,
let's find out what the ooze does. Maybe your purpose is figuring out the ooze.
yeah, like, maybe we'll get some, like, great ooze breakthroughs out of you dying. And, like, and Kimaru's like, well, I mean, I'd rather, like, I don't know, kill somebody for Orochimaru or something. But, like, I guess I'll lie here and have ooze done to me. If I could, like, I do really love a lot of these, like Kimaru's, like, extreme, like, hospital bed, like, situation, right? I love when he's, like, getting up later in the episode and you got, like, the whole, like, tangle of cables coming out of the back of his head.
Yeah, like, what are those doing?
I don't know, but it looks awesome.
Where did those connect? Fucking got that boy in the mainframe or what?
Fucking Kabuto has him like hooked up with Orochimaru's computer system so he can play a fucking Minesweeper on his brain.
Kabuto's just downloading every jutsu he knows for Orochimaru.
Oh shit. Oh my god. we know how to like download jutsus out of people's heads. Just need to like figure out how to like download them into like somebody else's head and then we'll be golden.
Yeah. But like, you know what? While we're at this point, we might as well grab everybody's, right, and just keep them on the computer.
Yeah, this is like the last surviving member of his clan or some shit, so we should probably get all of that. In the system while we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know, Kimimaro has been like provoked into like doing some shit, and meanwhile, you know, like there's like the last surviving member. We get like this fun like scene transition where like Kabuto is like watching him being like the only surviving guy on like this extremely shitty monitor. There's just like this like, you know, very heavy banding and like washed out blue glow where it's like, oh, there's like basically no fucking visual information being conveyed by like this fucking like security camera.
Yeah.
that like Kabuto's watching through. Before like go over to that room, we see the like. We see the like one surviving guy. Like fortunately for like Orochimaru's sense of aesthetics, he's like a little bit of a twink, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the other guys that died were like they were like zombos, and also they were like kind of like big hulking dudes, right? So out of this like whole like Fortnite situation, this is probably the best result that Orochimaru could have hoped for.
Yeah, I mean, like twinks are just stronger.
I guess that's true. I'm like pretty strong.
Yeah, you are pretty strong, and also just like think about like every matchup in Naruto, the twink always wins.
The twink basically always wins, yeah. Yeah, so like it's like now that the guy's like bragging about having won, like Orochimaru like walks into the room, like the fucking surviving guy. I don't know if he has a name, like probably has a name. I don't know it. I didn't look it up. He's like, oh shit, there's one more guy to kill, and Orochimaru just hits him with a little classic fucking like scary snake aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, don't worry. You won the prize. I'll do like one thing you want. I'm totally gonna let your family free. I don't know about lying. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm a boy.
Wait, hold on. What? Is this a callback to something? Did I forget something?
Yeah, remember, only girls know how to lie.
When did this come up?
Because only girls learn fucking spy stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, and that's Orochimaru's secret weapon. Is that Orochimaru taught the boys how to lie too.
Oh shit, yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is just like how he was not totally gonna not attack the Hidden Leaf Village after Tsunade healed his arms.
Yeah, and how fucking nobody found Kabuto out, despite him being like that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he couldn't have possibly gone to spy school.
Spy? No, that's a boy.
That's a boy. Come on now.
No, we gotta look for girls. The deceitful sex.
Deceitful sex.
Anyway, yeah, so Orochimaru eats that guy.
Yeah, it's like a little bit fascinating how he like does this attempt to like comfort this guy. Like he doesn't need to, right? Like he doesn't need to be like, yeah, I'll totally let your family free. He doesn't need to be like, yeah, don't worry, you'll have like your residual will exist inside him. He doesn't need to say that shit, right?
Yeah. Do you think that's true?
I don't know. Like,
I feel like it could be a little bit true, but also
it won't like matter, right? Like,
yeah.
Do you think maybe like it is true? So he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna make some moves to like placate him, so I don't have his like residual will like pissed off at me. Do you think there's like some amount of like, okay, I need to do like a little thing for this guy. Like maybe he actually does have to like let his family free just so he doesn't have like his body pissed at him for like like killing his whole family for experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's what that's about.
I thought you were gonna say experience.
Yeah, Orochimaru's trying to level up. I heard your family had excellent EXP yields.
Fucking Itachi shit.
I had to increase the limits of my abilities.
Why? For the drop rate.
They looked like just enough EXP, and I was about to level up.
God.
No, that's the shit that happens on another podcast.
Uh-huh. Hey, go listen to Narukai Uzumaki.
Wow. Anyway, Orochimaru eats that dude. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's never gonna come up again, I don't think.
No.
Unless I'm like completely forgetting something. But like he totally doesn't.
No, he just like looks like that for a while until he puts his Orochimaru face back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in the opening, he like gets the the Orochimaru like looks like this guy for a bit. Well, that's like about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, back in the forest, the boys catch up. It's like morning. They stick to the plan. They fucking get Sasuke back. They get the Sasuke barrel back. I think it's like a pretty fun scene, right? Like this is
yeah.
It's like a fun like momentary like glimmer of hope for like the characters in like a way that's like fun for us the audience, because like we know now that like Sasuke like because Sasuke isn't going to like immediately die once he like gets to the Orochimaru zone. Mm-hmm. Like the potential for this arc to go like much worse has like suddenly been opened.
Oh yeah.
But like we get the boys this like momentary win. Like they execute like a fun little plan. Like it's like pretty fun. Like he would just like barrels through the Naruto Shadow Clone to like hit Sakon.
I love Naruto's bit that he's doing like a few times now, where he just like strolls into a situation pretending to be his whole squad.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really great. And like it's fun whenever like you see some Naruto characters like just do a trick and like they don't like linger on it like and explain the whole thing. Like I think sometimes the show can get like very like bogged down and be like, okay, here's how everything happened. But like we just get the thing. It's like snappy. They get the barrel back. They have everyone to be like, haha, those fucking idiots don't know about teamwork.
It's true.
It is true. They all hate each other's asses.
Yeah.
They learned it from the best, their former squad member who hates all of their asses the most.
All right, yeah, and that's the end of the episode, basically, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move on.
Episode 119. Miscalculation. A new enemy appears. The boys run from Sakon, with Akamaru setting traps behind them. Sakon ties Akamaru down next to a paper bomb, and Kiba rushes in to save him. The bomb goes off, sending Kiba, Akamaru, and Sakon all into a nearby chasm. Tayuya is not far behind, so Shikamaru offers to stay behind and fight her, but they're all caught off guard when Kimimaru arrives to swipe Sasuke. Kimimaru leaves Tayuya behind to deal with the kids, and takes off.
Right, so yeah, like you said, this episode starts, the boys are on the run, Akamaru is setting traps, and Sakon immediately gets extremely tunnel visioned by, like, how pissed off he is about a dog.
Yeah.
Like, he sees Akamaru, like, setting bombs, and, like, Akamaru starts barking, he's like, oh my god, shut up, you stupid fucking dog, I hate you so much. I'm going to, like, tie you to a tree and start beating the shit out of you right next to a bomb you just set. Rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake, oh my god.
Kiba runs over, and, like, they both get, like, fucking exploded off a cliff, They're, like, completely removed from the ability to, like, affect the flow of the arc at this point, right? Like, they're not getting back into the action in any way that matters, so they're just gonna, like, beat each other to death at the bottom of the canyon somewhere, and that's beautiful. There's a real aspect of, like, the setup for, like, all of the fights that are about to happen, like, in this part of the episode, where it's like, okay, we need to put all of these guys in different locations, because I'm fucking sick of drawing forests constantly. They need to be fighting somewhere else at least some of the time.
Yeah.
Like, we can have one forest fight, we need, like, open field fight, we need fucking, like, canyon zone fight. It'll help me branch out a little bit,
Totally.
But, even with Kiba falling off the cliff, there's the moment where, it's like Naruto and Shikamaru still do outnumber Tayuya, and then fucking Kimimaro shows up, and he's, like, extremely fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just fucking, like, drops down to the sky, lands in the barrel, like, fucking, like, doesn't even, like, bother grabbing it, just, like, kicks it over to another branch he's gonna jump to.
Yeah, just fucking does tricks with it? God.
It's amazing. He just, like, shows up and starts fucking, like, stunting on them, which is made better by the fact, like, is, like, shortly after, like, he shows up, Tayu's like, oh my god, Kimimaro, how are you here? He's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not moving with my muscles, I'm moving with the raw power of my mind.
Yeah, fucking badass.
I am simply too dedicated to Orochimaru's goals to, like, be limited by the fact that my body literally doesn't work.
Yeah, like, I'm just manually puppeting my body with chakra or whatever, like, fucking...
Yeah, he's like, I understand a little now, that feeling of being information that has escaped from the prison of the flesh. It talks about, like, this helps him to understand Orochimaru's, like, dream a little better.
Yeah, you plug a bitch into a computer one time.
God. Like, maybe that was the thing. He wasn't on, like, life support or anything. Kabuto was just, like, about to get him, like, enough, like... like, thinking about computers enough to do something impossible. This is the power. It's incredible. Like, just an extremely strong showing from this character, like, every time he's on screen. I think Kimimaro is great. I think he's cool as hell.
Yeah. I'm sad he's dying.
Yeah, like, he's just kind of doomed to not stick around for very long. But he is, like, the coolest guy,
Yeah. Kimimaru is definitely the coolest guy in Naruto.
Uh-huh. Naruto is, like, not really, like, here to be impressed about him now, though. He, like, here's Kimimaru, like, say Orochimaru once, and he gets, like, pissed off all over again. Like, he knew that guy was involved, but, like, just having the reminder is like, god damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, Kimimaru, like, heads out, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go take this barrel, Taiyu, I guess you handle this, and, like, if you survive it, you can show up and I'll kill you later. Don't worry about it.
Fucking worry about it.
Yeah, worry about it. Please worry about it. I mean, that's like this half of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naruto and Shikamaru rush to Yuya, but it's a bluff to get Naruto past her. He runs off to catch up to Kimimaru, and Shikamaru stays behind to handle her. Orochimaru and Kabuto tease each other about how fucked up they are, and how much of a shame it is that Kimimaru turned out to not be a good new body option. Naruto catches up to Kimimaru, and Kimimaru just tells him the plans for Sasuke. Tayuya gives Shikamaru shit for sacrificing guys, but he believes in his friends and has faith that none of them are dead. Tayuya summons some big dudes, and Naruto makes a fuck ton of clones.
Same. Like, at the start of this episode, like, Shikamaru and Naruto are, like, scoring off against each other, but, like, it's becoming increasingly clear to all of us that, like, oh yeah, Shikamaru and Tayuya is the matchup here, right? Like, for one thing, she's the girl, and Shikamaru's like the designated girl fighter.
Yeah.
And for another thing, like we have this like gesture towards like, okay, shit, she's like doing like strategy, she's like strategizing and thinking about things a little bit. You know, she's like looking at Naruto and Shikamaru, like evaluating their like capabilities and like making a plan or whatever. And like they like immediately undercut this by like having her get like pranked very easily and obviously by just having like Naruto jump over her head.
Mm-hmm.
But like they try a little bit, and you know, I guess she's gonna like get a little bit of a fight, and I guess we'll see if we'll see if she gets to fight Shikamaru without being like a completely undercut like everybody else who has faced Shikamaru's genius tactical abilities has been. You know, that's for another episode though. You know, yeah, it's like meanwhile back at like Orochimaru's bunker, you know, like you said, Orochimaru and Kabuto are like teasing each other about how fucked up they are. Like it's like a very like, oh, you're such a sicko, no, you're such a sicko, see, which is always a delight. I love whenever some guys just sit in the room and be freaks together.
Yeah.
But it's also like kind of fascinating to me. Like obviously Orochimaru doesn't care about Kimimaro in the way that like affords him the capacity to be his own person. But like there is like a sort of respect, right? That like Orochimaru is usually not affording the guys who are like, oh yeah, I believe in you completely. I mean, for one thing, like Kimimaro has been like on life support for months or whatever, and Orochimaru is not really like a putting a guy on life support for months kind of dude, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And like this is in the face of the fact, like from what we were told earlier, like Kimimaro, like him like getting up and moving is like presumably like supposed to be physically impossible, right? He's just like he just does it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to even be like, oh yeah, there's like an expectation that he like could go and do this or whatever necessarily, right? I guess Kabuto like saw him as a potential contingency plan. Like Orochimaru isn't like fucking completely put off by the idea. Obviously, he's gonna be like, oh Kabuto, you're such a fucking sicko about it. But he's gonna let it keep happening. I don't know. Like it's weird, right? Like it is again, it's not like Orochimaru is being a good like parental or mentor figure to this kid, right? But it is like there is also enough to suggest like it is at least a like slightly different dynamic than the usual boys who get put in the fucking like grinder to like up the next special boy. And I guess that is because at one point he was the special boy, right?
Yeah. He was the special boy.
And I guess that like I guess that does like convey a little bit of like I guess like Orochimaru does like have a little bit of respect for somebody who could be a special, but like I guess that is like maybe that is part of like the your like residual will like linger on inside of me or whatever thing, where it's like, oh yeah, you want like you at the very least want that guy to like have some like basis in like thinking that you're like good and cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like a little bit fascinating to see that like that at least at some point extends beyond the point where like that is a possibility for him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I guess I'm curious to see like what more we get about like the like Orochimaru and Kimimaro like history, because like obviously there's like a whole Kimimaro fight upcoming, presumably. You know, he like flashes back to his own past at some point in there.
Yeah, okay, we need to talk about Kimimaro talking to Naruto though.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking king shit.
Yeah, what's the king shit here to you?
Naruto runs up and just like, what are you even fucking doing with Sasuke? Why are you taking him? And Kimimara's just like, oh, so Orochimaru can like live forever by taking over his body.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, yeah, that's, yep. Yeah.
Everybody else is just like being like kind of coy about it, right? They're like, oh yeah, we're delivering the vessel to Orochimaru. They're like saying the shit that like, you know, if you know about Orochimaru, you can like connect it in your head. But like Kimimaro like, yeah, I think everything Orochimaru is doing fucking rules, so I'm gonna like brag about it to this like shithead kid that I'm about to murder. It's beautiful. And Naruto, of course, like, oh shit, this like sucks even more than like what I thought was happening. So like, I guess I have to.
Wait, I thought you were just gonna try to be his dad. No, it's a bigger deal than that, Naruto. Yeah, and so Naruto goes all like angry mode.
Mm-hmm. He's got the whiskers, he's got the red eyes, he's got a billion of him.
Yeah. Naruto gets so hard to draw.
Yeah, God. Right. Like, that's why they needed to go to a field. Like, they were not doing fucking, like, actual backgrounds and this many Narutos. Are you kidding me?
No.
They get to go to the simplest environment that anybody has been in all arc.
Yeah, the big flat field with grass, some rocks, only some, and a clear sky.
Yeah, and like to be fair, like it is like I do think it is like kind of like a cool dramatic occasion. Like, oh yeah, we've been like running through the forest and like break out into this like big open field clearing, and we're gonna like fight there or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also it is very much like, okay, like we need some fucking place that is just easy to put on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the forest, Shikamaru and Taiyu are talking more, right? Like Taiyu's like, damn, you're like fucking up this mission, you're like really bad. You keep like killing guys to like save one person. The math is just bad on that. And, Shikamaru has his whole speech about like, yeah, hey, like sure, the idea is that like, yeah, you would weigh the lives of your squad such that you wouldn't like sacrifice them all for one person, but like none of us are the kind of people who would like give up just because like we were at risk, right? We all just like value our comrade too much. We're all just too good of dudes for that, right? And I'm sure he believes this, right? But also like I'm thinking about this in terms of like the Leafs' priorities.
Yeah.
I bet they would let 5 kids die easy if it meant like Orochimaru doesn't get the Sharingan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy.
Easy. Like not a fucking consideration. You just like stamp that shit. You clear it instantly.
Yeah, no, like I don't care how many guys we're gonna throw at this. Like Orochimaru does not get the Sharingan. Period. As long as we have guys to throw.
Like frankly, the only reason we didn't throw more guys is they're all fucking busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Do I have anything else to say about this episode?
I mean, like I don't. You just want to move on. Episode 120. Roar and Howl, the ultimate tag team. Kiba's having trouble fighting Sakon in the pit, while Orochimaru and Kabuto talk about how much of a sicko Tayuya and Sakon are, and how strong Kimimaro is. All the different fights start. Tayuya plays a flute to control her boys, and Sakon hits dogs. Sakon brags about his brother, and Ukon decides it's time for the second form of their curse mark.
Yeah, I mean, this episode, like, it starts out like kind of trying to like break from the rhythm of like, okay, everybody goes off and does their fight one by one in the forest, right? None of them are in the forest. All the fights are starting. Like this is like mostly like Kiba and Nakamaru fighting Sakon or Ukon, like episode.
Yeah.
Like we do cut around to like every time there's like a commercial break or whatever, right? Here at the start of the episode, Kimimara's like surrounded by clones, and he's like, damn, bet these guys all fucking suck just as much as you do. I'm gonna kill them all. And Tayu's like summoned her guys, and they're like hopping around. She starts playing her flute. I feel like Tayu's guys and like some shit from later in this episode have kind of like broken our understanding of like, oh yeah, summoning is like you get like a guy who is alive somewhere in the world. Like, I don't know what Tayu's dudes are all about. I don't know what position they have in the world. I don't know if they're even like alive really.
Yeah, they're like big Frankensteins.
Yeah, they're like, like vaguely like symbolically themed, like, like
see no evil, etc.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if those are like dudes. I was like on the Naruto wiki trying to see if there's like any like information in like the lore book or anything. And like, obviously wikis are not always helpful to begin with, but like I think one of the most hilariously unhelpful things on the Naruto wiki is that on the page for these guys, under the species, it says demon and then links to the Wikipedia page for demon, which is not going to give you any insight on on Naruto lore, I have to say.
Oh my god! Like just don't don't do that.
Yeah, no, that's like
you could just say demon that doesn't link anywhere, and it would be like preferable.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, because I feel like they're like that Wikipedia page is like predominantly about like fucking like understandings of demons that like stems from like like a lot of like Christian cultures and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not really what's going on in Naruto. I gotta say.
Yeah, not really the Naruto vibe.
No. You gotta go read some different shonen manga if you want it to be all Catholic.
Yeah.
Go read fucking D Gray Man or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's what D Gray Man is about.
It could be about anything.
I'm pretty sure they're Catholic, at least ostensibly.
I'm pretty sure they're Catholic. I think there's gender in it.
Is there gender in it? Shit, do I gotta go read D Gray Man?
I don't know. I got the impression a little while ago that there was gender in it.
Okay, well that's fascinating. I like never heard about there being gender in D Gray Man.
Okay.
I like read D Gray Man is one of those things I like read like 200 chapters of or whatever back when I was just like reading fucking whatever, and I've retained none of it. There could have been gender in there, right?
Yeah. I get again like secondhand a long time ago. So like
this is not a D Gray Man podcast, so we cannot give you any accurate information about D Gray Man or well-formed takes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Kiba and Akamaru are trying to fight Sakon and Ukon. They're getting kind of like kicked around a little bit mysteriously. He can't quite figure out why he can't like land a good hit on this guy. Meanwhile, Orochimaru and Kabuto are just kind of like sitting around and like hyping up all of the fights that are about to happen.
Yeah.
Right, like Orochimaru's like, damn, I can't believe the Sound Four have taken so long to get here. I guess they must have been slowed down by like the most unreliable and shitty guys, Jirobo and Kidomaru. but like Sakon and Tayuya are like they both think they're the strongest in the Sound Four, and they're like huge sickos to match. And of course, Kimaru could fucking kill anybody. It's just very on the nose. Like, hey, like he is talking like he is watching the show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he might be.
He could be. Oh my god. Orochimaru, if you're watching Naruto, come on our podcast.
Oh my god, Orochimaru should come on our podcast. We should like contact the English dub voice actor for Orochimaru to play Orochimaru on our podcast.
God. We don't have that kind of sway. Are you kidding me?
No, absolutely not. Like we have like almost no audience. We cannot pay you in any way that matters. Do it anyway for a laugh.
Yeah, do you think this is funny enough?
Yeah.
Also, like, can you like match the vibes where we're like sort of ironically very in support of Orochimaru, but like and also we're like really gay. You have to promise to not get weirded out if we say slurs and then edit it out of the final recording.
I mean, I feel like we could keep up appearances when there is a guest here. Come on.
Yeah, no, I would if there's like a guest, I would absolutely be like entirely too anxious to even like think about saying anything like that. Broadly, I think this is like kind of a weird episode, right? Because like this is like this is an episode that's like directed and storyboarded by Masaki Murata, who I've talked about a bunch before. Animation director by Chikaru Sakurai, who's been like collaborating with him a lot. There's like some like pretty solid names in the key animator list. You know, there's like Koji Yabano, there's Takahiro Chiba, but it's also like it's also like kind of like an unwieldy feeling episode, right? Like there are like moments of like a little bit of a creative voice coming through, especially like the next part of it. But also like throughout both parts of it, there's like there are times where it feels like very awkward about like trying to like expand the material into like filling this episode. Like they're just like a bunch of like kind of awkward feeling like little like bits of like filling out the conversation and the dialogue here. Like there's a bit where like Sako and Inuzuka are like talking about like, yeah, we're like two guys actually. My older brother, you know, he like sleeps in my body and he like comes out to attack when like the fight gets serious. And like we cut to Kiba's internal monologue being like, that's his ability, which is like, yes,
yeah.
Like, this isn't just on the anime, right? Like there's another moment where like, you know, Sako and Inuzuka activate their like second stage curse marks and they get their like big like scary horns and shit and like there's a bit of like Akamaru Kiba like talking to each other like, oh shit, those horns aren't fake, which is like again like, yeah, these guys have had like the part where this guy is like two guys is also not fake. You know, Kitamura's like extra arms were not fake. There's just like this weird like belaboring of like Kiba and Akamaru like explaining the fight to each other and the audience in a way that's like,
yeah, but like how many horns guys have there been already, right? Like,
yeah, I guess maybe we don't know if horns can be real, you know. I mean,
yeah, I mean, like, I think the dub line here is like a lot more clean, right? Because it takes that, and instead of being like well, those horns aren't fake. It's like, whoa, those horns aren't just for show. As in like an Akamaru telling Kiba like, wait, hold on, that guy is so strong right now.
That guy's gonna fucking gore you if he can, because he'll think it's like funny and epic and twisted.
Yeah.
There's also been like this whole like Sakon explaining his powers thing where he's like, yeah, but I can have like a limb come out of anywhere. See, I can like have a hand come out of my brother's like forehead and like punch you in the head. Except it's like the weakest and most ineffectual looking punch in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, it came out of a head. You can't hit that harder, also put strain on the neck. Come on now.
I guess so, but it's just winds up looking very silly.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I like.
Do you think Okan could put his dick on someone's head?
I guess so. I don't know if that's really the vibe when you're trying to kill a man, but probably that's how the power works.
Yeah, if I had to live in my brother's body, I would totally embarrass him by putting my dick up places.
That's great. I think the fact that you are Nukon is why Sako and Nukon talk about like, getting along so well. They probably would be like just cool with sharing a body like that.
Yeah.
If one of them was being like an irascible prankster.
Fair, fair, fair.
God, do you want to move on to the second half of this episode?
Yeah, let's move on. Kimimaru fights a lot of Narutos, and Shikamaru starts figuring out Tayuya's deal. Kiba's almost ready to give up, so Akamaru bites him. Kiba's back to his senses, and Akamaru does a piss stunt to buy them time to turn into a huge two-headed wolf. Kiba, in wolf form, tears the twins apart. But they're cool having two bodies instead of one. Kiba goes for another attack, but the Sound Bros summon a huge door to block the blow. Kiba's too spent to maintain the big wolf form, and Sakon gets more piss in his eye, while Kiba gets Ukon in his whole body. Kiba remembers every time he's ever been on screen, and stabs himself in the gut to try and kill Ukon.
Yeah, this fight is like weird because it feels like, unlike the previous ones, it's really not like fucking around to like getting to the point of like, okay, everybody's gonna do their like biggest attacks or whatever, right? Like, you know, in the Choji and Jirobo fight and the Neji and Kidomaru fight, like, you know, they fought for a bit and then they like broke out the second stage curse mark, right? And here like Sakon and Ukon are like,
let's just fucking go.
Yeah, it's like, all right, hey, let's stop fucking around. Let's just kill this guy right now. And like, Kiba and Akamaru haven't even done like a special attack yet, and they're like, okay, we have to use our big attack. That's gonna like,
Look, I support it. I'm a big proponent of just fucking leading with your big attack.
Yeah, just fucking go for it.
Just fucking go for it, right? If you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. You know, you like if you have this big like fucking white knuckle long drawn out fight, and then you have to use your big attack in the end. You just like waste more energy than it was worth. And if you just like knocked out the big attack from the get go, you could have just fucking killed the guy in one hit. You know.
I think it's very fun that Kiba has to be like talked into using his big attack by his dog. Like he's like, oh shit, like if we use it here, we've got nobody around to like help us. We're gonna be like basically unable to move after we do it. And Akamaru is just like, bro, have you been fucking watching? Like you're like, it doesn't even kill us. You're gonna look like a total fucking weenie if you don't use the attack that puts you at like even a little bit of risk. Come on.
Yeah, Akamaru is just like, oh.
Yeah, it's very dense. It's very dense form of communication.
Yeah. God, it's so weird. It's so weird that like Akamaru and like the other like fucking what's Kiba's like family name?
Inuzuka.
Yeah. It's so weird that like their dogs can't talk, but like other dogs can talk.
I mean, their dogs can like
they
communicate their ideas like perfectly in a way that can be understood by humans that know how to like
speak dog.
Yeah, right. Like
yeah,
like they are.
Right, but then fucking Pakun can just talk human words.
Do you think like Akamaru could learn to talk?
I don't know. Like genuinely, I think it's like a special ability that summons get. Like it has to be, right?
Like if you live in like a special summon area, then like you
Yeah. What's fucking Dogtown like? I want to go live in Dogtown.
I think there might be like an animational thing where they go to Dogtown, or alternatively they go to Cat Town. It's one of those. Maybe both of those. You know, there's all sorts of room for shit to happen.
Okay, all right, fun. Yeah, so Kiba Nakamaru's strongest attack is when you piss in the enemy's eye.
Yeah, and then when the piss is in their eyes, then you can always smell them and angle your big spinning two-headed wolf that like spins so fast that you can't see.
Yeah. Well, you gotta close your eyes or you get dizzy. Come on now.
God, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, the big head two-headed wolf just fucking tears through Sakura and Rukon. We get this like pretty fun piece of animation where they have like all this fucking gross goop like coming out of him.
Yeah,
it's like tendrils and like organ lumps like like slithering out of their bodies to like form like half of a body for each of them. Like it's very convenient that they like got split in half in a way that like meant that neither of their dicks are out.
Yeah.
I do like, but like they're like gross like body forming thing. It's like it is the visuals that gets are like very much like anime original thing. There's like I think this is like the clearest like here's like a bit of an extra voice that's like being here's a bit of an extra voice that is like being like brought to this episode. And I think Masahiko Murata has a history of like making the show look kind of gross sometimes, and it's nice to see that ability being applied to something that isn't like the inside of an animal's throat.
God, I can't wait for more Vorpisodes.
I don't know if there's any more Vorpisodes. I think like
there's gotta be some.
I guess like I think there might be at least one. I think there's like
okay.
I think Jiraiya trapped some guys inside a toad.
That like barely counts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then maybe there's no more Vorpisodes.
Okay.
Will you be able to live with that?
So, bad news, everyone. This might be the last episode of the podcast.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
You're like not even like. Are you even into more?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It hadn't come up, so I just kind of assumed, right? Like,
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, if I joke about liking something enough, I'll I don't know.
Okay, that's the risk.
I'll be up for it, right? But I don't,
You're not looking for it. You're not
Yeah.
searching it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sako and Naruto can't get back up. They're like, "Joke's on you, fucking idiot. We love being two guys. We love fucking killing you. We love summoning our big fucking door."
I love that Kiba hits the door, and then they're just like, "Damn, you put a huge dent in that door. We were
shit.
super dead."
You're not supposed to be able to dent that thing. God damn.
Holy shit! Fuck. They got kids out here doing this shit.
Yeah, I think it was. But they're like summoning, right? Is in the anime, right? I assume like in the like in like the original Japanese text, right? They go like ah and un for like summoning, which is like it's like a first and the last kind of thing, right? It's like a in terms of like like phonetic characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the manga, they go alpha and omega, which is like it feels like a time capsule. In the modern era, you simply wouldn't have two guys yell alpha and omega in the Dogboy fight. You really appreciate that.
Yeah.
The Kiba is like climbing. Yeah, Kiba and Akamaru climb the door. They're like not able to maintain being a big dog. They're like falling out of the sky. Fucking Sakon can leap up to get them, and Sakon gets piss in his eyes. But this time it's like acid piss.
Yeah, this time it's like acid piss, I guess.
The website I have like, damn, this time it's not ordinary piss, which I think is beautiful.
I love that they started with ordinary piss. I feel like if it is a ninja technique you have to piss acid, you should go ahead and use that the first time you piss in somebody's eyes.
Maybe that shit hurts though.
I mean, I guess, but also, I don't know. If I just feel like, I just feel like there's an extent to which you just gotta go for it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess you are the do your strongest attack first person, and I guess that extends to acid piss.
It extends to acid piss. Also, I have a theory. The reason the piss is different is because it is from a different pisser.
Wait.
So
what? What do you mean by this?
I mean, I think Kiba did it the second time.
Why do you think this?
Well, we know that Kiba and Akamaru can look like each other. Right?
Yes.
And the piss is different. So I think Kiba did the stunt pissing this time for the different piss.
Okay.
I'm just saying as like a look, I'm a highly trained shinobi. Right? I have a lot of experience with these sort of like multiple unit tactics.
Yeah.
I will say the like easiest way to have like a variable like swap back and forth different aspected attacks is to just like go ahead and like set up one guy with one and like the other guy with the other, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why you're like being I don't know why this is your reaction. I am just like acknowledging that like, oh, that probably means that Kiba was the second pisser there. That is probably Kiba's piss in Sakon's eye.
I just don't think we.
What?
Sorry.
I have no idea. I, I have no idea why you why you're having this reaction. It's just shinobi stuff.
I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking about it, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about like, right, like obviously, like obviously we keep it Akamaru or like walking around in the forest with their team, right? Like Akamaru is doing his piss training then,
Yeah.
but there's like, do they have like separate dog mode walks where he's piss training on his own because he's like shy about it?
Well, I mean that is the thing, is that like Kiba's got to get good at just like clandestinely just like go ahead and like swapping places with Akamaru.
Uh huh.
And so I think on the walks, like very often it is Kiba transformed like as Akamaru and Akamaru transformed as Kiba.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Right, because that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm like a little bit blind. I'm a little bit blindsided by this.
What?
Does Kiba just always piss acid?
No, he has to take like a pill before the fight.
Okay.
You know, but like you know, he's on a mission. Like he'll get himself ready for it, right? Like
Akamaru's like biting his hands, like, no, Kiba, you gotta take the pill. I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you'd be ready to piss acid later on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why are you like this?
What do you mean?
I-
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Sorry, maybe I'm the weird one here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you're being like gross about it. Like I'm just talking about like ninja techniques.
I just, God, I, sorry, you understand my reaction here, right? Like, bits aside, you can edit this out. I'm just like,
Yeah, bit aside. I'm the freak. Sorry.
okay. No, I just wanted to be sure, right? I just, God, okay, yeah, well, I guess, do they then, like, switch back again, like, really fast so that, like, Kiba can get got by, like, Ukon here?
Oh yeah, I forgot that happens. Never mind.
God damn it, Gwen! Yeah, so Ukon is like merged with like Kiba's body now, and he's got this like head coming out of his shoulder, and he like starts explaining his like super fucking twisted murder technique about how he can like, yeah, I can like merge with your body, and I can use my chakra to control all of your cells down to like the most basic level. And I can reshape your body, and I can make parts of my body that are I can make parts of your body that are mine, and parts of your body that are only yours, and I can like make the parts of your body that are yours go away. And it just like something about like I don't know if this is just a translation thing. I don't know if it comes across like this in the dub, but like in both the official manga translation and like the subs I have, which I believe are from like the official box sets, right?
Mm-hmm.
His whole technique description just kind of comes across as like very long-winded and unfocused.
Yeah.
He's just kind of rambling about all the like fucking twisted and fucked up shit he could do, and like this is not helped in the anime by the fact that like Kiba just like gets kind of bored and has like a 4-minute flashback, like 4 straight minutes of like every scene he's ever been in, like very selectively edited to like cut down on the fact that like he's a character who's never successfully done anything, right? Like
yeah, like literally just like everything he's ever done, all the like literally like from his like first appearance in the in the fucking training exams, all the way up until the fucking rock dome.
right. But it's always like cuts before the point where like it turns around and realizes he didn't like achieve anything, right? Like when he's remembering about with Naruto the tuning exam, it's all from like that one episode that has like the good like Toshi Izakaya cuts where he's like putting pressure on Naruto. Like it immediately stops once we're done there. Fucking not a like single sight of the like really ugly episode where like he gets defeated. We see him going fucking crazy in the rock domes, but that was like 10 episodes ago. We know they didn't fucking do shit. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like, and like again, he like cuts out the flashback, and Ukon is like still fucking going and like talking about his like super twisted murder technique. Kiba just fucking stabs him like all right, man, shut the fuck up. Let's get this over with.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like I have no idea if it's supposed to be like this, but it just feels like it's just extremely undercut. It's like, oh, here's like an annoying guy who's telling you about how fucking like freakily he can kill you, but he's doing a bad job of it.
And then I'll slowly, cell by cell, replace your heart with my heart, right? And then I'll make it so that my heart doesn't connect to any of your organs, and then all of your organs will shut down, but it's okay
Yeah.
because I will have made backups of my organs.
Yeah, I'll be making new organs that are my organs in your body, and then I. Oh, like by the way, the whole thing's it's gonna like hurt pretty bad for you, right? Anyway, it's just like.
Kiva just hears, "Oh, you're using my organs now? Okay."
Okay. All right. How about this one? Bam! Do we have anything else to say here?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay.
What are we watching next week?
Next week, we are watching episodes 121, 122, and 123 of Naruto.
Nice. And if you can't wait for that, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Konoha Crush. All one word, Konoha Crush. You get access to episodes up to a week early for just $3 a month. And for $5, you can listen to our bonus show, Narukai Uzumaki, where, we talk about like isekai and like isekai adjacent stuff. Right now, we're watching through Sword Art Online Season 2. So get excited for that one. That episode should be out next month. I also want to thank our Joni tier patrons, Maple, Izzy, Future Jinchuriki of the Six-Tailed Beast, and friend of the show, Rife. Check out their streams at twitch.tv/subspaceskater. All one word, subspace skater. Any images we talk about during the show can be found on our Twitter, twitter.com/Konoha Crush. All one word, Konoha Crush. And I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Guinevere Teef. GUINEVERETEEF. Guinevere Teef. I like draw, play games and stuff. We're not playing Elden Ring anymore. We're not doing that. Fridays for something else now. We don't quite know what yet, but like we're gonna figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
And just stuff on pie. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Did I forget anything? Leave anything out?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for listening. And remember, there's no such thing as filler.